stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Welcome. I'll quit tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. You know, I could just do that tomorrow. We've got to learn how to not put things off. Let's switch that. There we go. Just another picture, different picture. Things feel awfully lonely on here today. Awfully lonely. Awfully. All right. Let's do some stuff. How did one of these get 641 views? I just don't understand how that happens. I really don't. If I did, I'd repeat it. I must have said something really good. Maybe it was a hashtag. Maybe it was this. I don't know. And it doesn't seem like people really are interested in helping me spread the word. You're not required to. I'm not gonna get mad at you if you don't share my stuff, but it does help. It does help. There are a few people that do, and thank you. I appreciate it. I notice it. But I do notice that Facebook does not tell me when somebody shares my video. I always see it on accident. It never tells me. So it's like it doesn't want me to know. Facebook hates me. Whatever. Doesn't even know I exist. Welcome to Daily Trudge. My name's Dion. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. So this one's probably not going to be too awfully long. I feel like going live again. Let's switch that to chat. We're in a day to time today, which is Hazelden literature. I'm a big fan of Hazelden literature. From my understanding, Hazelden literature was going to be AA approved. So, yeah. AA approved. Good stuff. But we're talking about Tomorrow Never Arrives. I was going to do today's daily reflection from the AA, but it was called Conforming to the AA Way. And I'm just not big on conforming. Even though I did, I'm like, I just don't want to do a title that has the word conforming in it. Right now, that's a very bad word. All right. People don't like it. I apologize. I forgot to take my meds this morning, so I'm taking them now at 1:42. Do not follow Dion when he does that kind of stuff. Take your meds in the morning like you're supposed to. Maybe I should just put them next to my coffee pot. Because I certainly don't forget to make coffee in the morning. That doesn't happen. I'll take my meds tomorrow. All right. But we alcoholics constantly, and it's not just alcoholics, people in general do this. We will put off what needs to get done. I know I do this all the time. That's why the garage is not cleaned out yet. That's why the garage is still a wreck, because I'm going to get to it tomorrow. All right. Of course, today there's extenuating circumstances. My wrist is acting up. So, but that does not mean that stuff cannot get done in the garage. All right. We've got to find reasons to move forward. We've got to find reasons to be better people. We've got to find reasons to be good to ourselves. I mean, there is a lot. What did it do? All right, here's a nice piece of junk mail. I hit this all the time. Microsoft 365 activated US 566.18 cents pending debit. Security Pro Deluxe for 2 PCs, June 26. Sending happiness. You gotta love it. Okay, let's get to the reading. Oh, it's upside down. Well, I'll turn it over tomorrow. All right, we gotta have fun with it. If we don't have fun with it, what's the point in doing all this? All right. So, it's okay to laugh at yourself while you're confronting yourself on things. It's okay. Makes it a little bit easier. All right. Little by little, I'm getting over my tendency to procrastinate. I always used to put things off till tomorrow, and of course, they never got done. It's always easy to put off tomorrow what can be done today. It's always easy to do that, right? And what are we mostly talking about here? We're mostly talking about, well, number one, quitting the alcohol. We're always going to, I'll quit. Now it's just not a good time. You know, just like, I'm working on quitting smoking, and I keep thinking, well, it's not the best time to do it. But in my heart of hearts, I know there's never a good time to do it. In my heart, I know that that's the truth. That the longer I put it off, the harder it's going to be, the worse it's going to be. I know this, but yet I continue doing it. If I can't tell on myself here, then yeah, what's the point in doing these, right? So I usually find making a list, things like that, kind of helps me. I'm a very big procrastinator, so this one is definitely about me. Not with everything, not with everything. When I start to get on a roll, it's usually the getting started part. Once I get started, I seem to be okay, but it's the getting started part that seems to get to me. All right, it seems to be the hard part. So, all right. Instead of do it now, my motto was tomorrow's another day. When I was loaded, I had grandiose plans. When I came down, I was too busy getting well to start anything. Yet, even in the big book, Bill at one point tells Lois, "My best thoughts emanate while being drunk," and I would not totally disagree with that. I would not totally disagree with that. The problem is I could never follow through on them. Nope. Or I just plain didn't remember. A lot of times I have great ideas and I just plain forget them. Still happens to me. If you've been listening to me for any amount of time, you know I'm an idea man. I'm an idea guy. I have an idea minute. I do. I don't know what it is. Makes it hard to focus on one thing. That's why I need my lists. But then I don't remember to look at my lists. Even when I'm trying to figure out what to do next, I still will not remember my list. Or I will, but I won't look at it. And I don't know what the procrastination is. I'm not sure. Something that I'm working on. I've definitely gotten better. I've definitely gotten better. I was diagnosed with ADHD, but I'm not going to blame this on my ADHD. No way. I'm not going to no. That would just be an excuse in my book. Good afternoon, Michelle. It's good to see you. All right. So when I was loaded, I had grandiose plans. When I came down, I was too busy getting well to start anything. I've learned in the program that it's far better to make a mistake once in a while than to never do anything at all. Am I learning to do it now? Fear might be. Fear's one for me too. People have a big fear of getting sober because of the failure that might come with it. I get that. I was just talking with somebody yesterday who felt that way. I know exactly how that feels. It's a son of a bitch, man. It's a son of a gun. You know, um, that fear of failure. I still kind of go through it, even though, I do fail often. Sometimes I'll come on here, maybe I'll say something the wrong way, or I'll make a mistake. If I sat here and said, everybody that listened to me sticks around, they stay. No, I've pissed off hundreds of people here. Not on purpose. I don't do it on purpose, you know. But sometimes I get a little hot and heavy myself, like everybody else. And what I'm just trying to do is be an example. Sometimes it's not a good example. Sometimes it's a bad example, but we cover it. We cover it. But if you're looking for things in me that are wrong, oh, you're going to find them. You're going to find them. I'm a human being, and I recover out loud. That includes my mistakes. Why do I talk about my mistakes? So that you don't have to repeat them. Because I love you. I give a fuck what happens to you. And if that means that I have to put my foot out for it to be stepped on a little bit, I'm okay with that. I don't want to sit here and say I'm used to it, but I'm used to it. It's been that way my whole life. Right? I'm here to motivate and educate and have a little bit of fun. Am I motivating you or am I motivating me? Yes, both. I'm great at motivating people. I'm great at getting people excited about things. Things that they're probably not even usually excited to get. The grassroots group Conscious yesterday. Great job, by the way. What did our group Consciouses just blow me away. There's never any fucking arguing. We've had like 5 group Consciouses, not one argument. Not that we agree on everything, but that group is so good at its primary purpose. So yesterday I created a challenge and I said, what kind of service work does everybody want to do? Because I've been trying to create service work in the group, but it has to be aligned with your passions, with what you'd like to do, or you're not going to volunteer for them. And I know that stuff. So I have to kind of make it sound exciting, like chairing a meeting. If you never chaired a meeting, then you don't know the feeling, the elation that you get from chairing a meeting. That doesn't happen to me anymore, by the way. It does fade. That it fades. The newness fades. So you find something new, something challenging. Right? I've moved on. I haven't moved on, but now what I'm trying to do is I'm challenging myself with service work, right? And I know that sounds weird because everybody's going to be like, Dion, you do nothing but service work. And not all the time. There are times when I'm not doing service work. It's not very often, though. Now I'm going out into the public. We're setting up and we're going to talk to people out in the public. Tomorrow, I'm going to be at an apartment building. This apartment building is known for its drug use. Anybody that's lived in this area for any amount of time that's an alcoholic that I've talked to, they're like, oh, the Peakview Apartments. Yeah, I know where that's at. I'm like, yeah, did a little party in there, huh? Yeah, I partied there a couple times myself. I don't think I ever bought any drugs there. Right? But it's known for it. Now, I tell some people, they're like, ooh, is that really smart? Is that safe? You think safety is my concern. Safety's not the concern here. Will I be all right? I'll be fine. Okay. I'm a white male. I'll be fine. Nobody's gonna fuck with me. So I talk facts here, guys. Okay. There are a couple people that I don't know who are going to be joining me for a little bit. They're taking out their personal time. That's going to be cool. I get to make a couple of new friends. My wife was supposed to go, but then it turns out that our oldest daughter is moving. And I told my wife, it's more important that you help out our daughter. I appreciate you wanting to be there, but I'll be all right. Why? Because I'm challenging myself. I'm making myself uncomfortable on purpose. But on Monday, I decided, fuck my social anxiety. Maybe not the best route to go, but so far it's worked. I'm not concerned about tomorrow and how I'm going to act and how I'm going to feel. Usually I am. But you know what? I got a feeling it's going to turn out great. How do I know that? Because I'm going to go with a good attitude. Hopefully, it's not tomorrow yet, so we'll see. All right. I'm going to do my best to be enthusiastic about going. All right. And because I did that, God's introducing new people to my life. See? But if I put this stuff off till tomorrow, none of this will happen. Even though the thing is tomorrow, but it's a set time. So don't you play words on me. If Amber was here, she'd be doing it, but she's out of range, so we're not going to be seeing her for a few days. Am I learning to do it now? Just, you know, I've been hearing a lot of solutions lately. Not that they're all wrong, but we got to include God more in when we talk about solution, man. I hear a lot of people saying this and saying that, like gratitude. Gratitude's a weird one for me anyway. Do people say, yeah, I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for that? What I hardly ever hear is, I'm grateful that I have a higher power in my life. For me, all glory goes to God. All glory. Without him, I would not be able to go do that tomorrow. I wouldn't be able to do this. I wouldn't be able to be a good father or husband or grandfather. I chose grandfather because everybody else is picking all these stupid names, and they're like, yeah, the Peepaw Momo person. I'm like, who's that? Oh, well, that's so and so's. Can we just go with grandma and grandpa? Come on, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm called grandpa. It's what I preferred. My grandkids even tried to give me a different name, and over the weekend, uh, my youngest granddaughter, she was trying to come up with a name, and then her sister goes, he prefers grandpa. Like somebody was fucking up my pronouns or something. She was only doing that to get to me, kind of like, I bet you can't catch me. I'm like, you are, and this is usually what I say, you are correct. I can't catch you. And they're like, oh, and then I grab them. I'm like, you are easily fooled. It's just, I'm smart enough to make you stay there so I don't have to run after you. They're like 5 and 7. I mean, it's not like it's hard. My grandkids think I'm a fucking genius. It's great. Finally, somebody in my life that understands my genius. uh, Michelle, I would agree with that. Michelle sounds like we're taking our higher power for granted. I see it a lot. God's always the answer. Always. There's a process to get there. But if you go straight to God on everything that you do, I guarantee it's going to change. It's going to be different. It's going to be better, is what it is. It's going to be better. All right. May God help me cure my habitual tardiness and get me to church on time. Well, good luck on that. Leave earlier. Get up earlier. Okay? God cannot cure your habitual tardiness. Only you can do that. But you can use God's help. Maybe you're not getting up. Maybe you're tired or maybe you didn't get up in time because you weren't excited to go do it because your attitude sucks. Is that God's fault or is that yours? God is the answer. God is the solution. just like King Alcohol was the solution. God is now the solution. And yes, alcohol and alcoholism is bigger than you. So it is a type of higher power. Right? But yeah, don't take your higher power for granted. Oh, I'm feeling better. Things are good. You're on your way to relapse. We all know. Unless you give that glory to God, if you if you if you lay claim to God's glory, you have received your gift. You are not going to get the gift that God was going to give you. This is like the game show, Let's Make a Deal. You either get door 1 or door 2. You don't get both. So decide your consequences. Do you want God to hand them out for you, or do you want to do it all by yourself? Okay. Now we claim spiritual progress, but that doesn't mean we break our arms doing it. All right. So get me to the church on time. David Bowie. All right, David Bowie. Yeah, David Bowie. Modern Love is the name of the song. Okay. May I free myself of the self-imposed chaos of lifelong procrastination. Library books overdue. Some of you still got library books? I don't have any. I don't have any. Man, I paid a lot of late fees. I was at the library a lot. So assignments turned in late, schedules unmet, meals half cooked. May I be sure if I, as an addict, lead a disordered life, I, as a recovering addict, need order, structure, accountability, that ever present bad word, discipline. These are not bad words. They're just used badly. They have a hard time in life. Just like I was saying in the beginning, that today's daily reflection, AA daily reflection, was conforming to the AA way. I was not going to use the word conform, because then nobody would end up watching the video. So I'm not going to conform to anything. They're going to take it wrong in their head because they don't understand that conformity is not a bad word. It's just a word. Right? I can say it a different way. To practice these principles in all of our affairs, I'm saying the same thing as conformity. I just said it different to appease your mind. Yeah. It's called wordplay. May God give me the serenity I need to restore an organization to my daily living. Unless you have ADHD, in which case you're just fucked. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Don't take that one seriously. All right. Today I'll remember I will not be put off by my tendency to put off. So what's that thing that's been lingering that you need to get taken care of? What is it? We all got something. I've got like 5 of them I can think of off the top of my head. All right. Right down to cleaning the grate in the laundry room because it's covered with a bunch of dirt and stuff and I need to clean it off. Right down to that. I've been procrastinating. To you, my desk probably doesn't look like a mess, but to me it does. Here, I'll show it to you. This to me is messy. It's really not much, but to me it's messy. All right. Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. That everybody, meaning Michelle. I appreciate it. I'm actually going to go live here again, but it's going to be on Instagram. I'm going to stir the pot a little bit. I'm getting tired of everybody lumping alcoholism in with everything else and thinking that they know what the fuck they're talking about, when really they're just being extremely dangerous. I know. And I may not even do it. So maybe I'll do it tomorrow. And maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Now, oh, you know what? Let's cover something else. just real quick. Some things are better left for tomorrow. And I'll kind of tell you what they are real quick. A scathing email. Anger. Anything that is anger related should probably best be put off till tomorrow. Now go ahead and write the email, but put it in Word. Do not put it do not write it where you can have a send button. Okay? So there are some things that should be put off till tomorrow. Those big emotions. So, all right. As I said, thank you everybody for being here. I appreciate it. I love you. You know I do. Peace out. And